I can't believe it.
God,
The world needs to hear someone's message.
Adam, insert your message for broadcast to Earth.
go! Let's go, Adam!
There you go! That's it!
Yes! Welcome back. Adam Rippon is the celebronaut that was crowned the brightest star in the galaxy after winning Fox's Stars on Mars last night. He joins us live to tell us all about the Mars experiment. Adam, congratulations!
Wow, thank you guys so much. It feels so good to be the brightest star in the whole entire universe.
Yes!
I love that. Well, Adam, welcome back, my friend, and congratulations. We were just talking about how AI robots said humanity will be a much better place in 100 years. You were just on Mars. We know AI was part of Stars on Mars. How do you feel about AI, and what do you think life will be like, in your opinion, in 100 years?
Okay, in 100 years, I have no idea what it'll be like, but I do have to agree that that AI did look exactly scary like Thomas the Tank Engine, because that really killed
But
me.
with better lips, I thought.
It
The
was
lips were
very
puffy,
weird.
little pouty.
It was very like like anybody that remembers that era is like, oh, we're talking straight to the front of the train.
Yeah.
That's a relative of Thomas the Tank Engine. I know that. I know that for sure.
Yes,
And I think I don't want to discredit the lips of Thomas the Tank Engine. I think maybe you should look at them again. They're not that bad.
Maybe a little more credit. All right.
Okay,
It's a relative.
That's true.
It's relative.
All right.
Thomas's hot aunt.
Yeah.
All right, we got to get into it. Like celebrities such as Ariel Winter and Lance Armstrong obviously competed against you. So I have to ask, which one of your castmates would you want with you if you actually had to survive on Mars, and why?
First of all, I want you to take a good look at me. You know, let's be honest, if I'm going to Mars, it's over for me. That's the end. I wouldn't survive. There's no way I would
disagree.
survive.
You look like you're from the future.
Yeah,
you
you're
look
an
like how
athlete.
human beings are going to look like in 100 years.
Yeah, I know I do look a little bit like everybody says Thomas the Tank Engine as well. So like I do get where you're coming from, but yeah, if the opportunity to ever go to Mars was a real opportunity, I know the US government isn't looking at me. So I can't even elaborate. I can't even elaborate on my answer because I think we all get it. Right? It's sort of like you feel it. You feel like I'm not going.
If
This
you're
is a
not up there, I
contract.
don't want to be up there.
That's right. I love speaking with you, and I actually want to take it a little deeper here. It
love
seems like
speaking
you
with
had,
me?
no, mostly just Adam, actually. It seems like you had a lot of fun, but things got a little uncomfortable, and I want to just put it out on the table. When Lance Armstrong shared his divisive views on trans athletes, and in the episode, we don't get to see you talk to Lance about the topic, which you did. Do you wish, Adam, your conversation had made that show? What did you and Lance talk about, if you're comfortable sharing?
Well, one, I think the biggest thing was that, we're filming a show where we pretend that we're on Mars. So I think that, the whole context of the show is like, let's all have fun. Mm-hmm. I think the conversation of trans athletes in sports is a good conversation and an important conversation that we should have. Do I think Lance Armstrong, famous cheater, worrying about an unfair advantage in sports, is the craziest person to talk about this? Yes, I do think that. And I don't think that that's a hot take. Yeah. I think that, I believe that, if you want all of this research and you want more information on what it's like to have trans athletes involved in sports, trans athletes need to be accepted in the sports community so that you can get that research. And, I know what sports has brought to me and all of the tools that it's brought into my life. And I feel like everybody should be afforded that opportunity.
Wow. That's a beautiful take.
Yeah.
But also, like being a trans athlete and specifically being a trans woman in sports, it's not as simple as somebody going, I'm a woman, and they compete in the women's field. It's a very long, drawn out, detailed process, years long, before someone is even maybe given the opportunity to compete. So it's not as simple or as nuanced. And this was the kind of conversation that I was having with Lance. In the show, it lasts maybe 2 or 3 minutes, But in reality, it's, it took a little bit, close to an hour,
Right.
everybody kind of going back and forth. So it's not that nuanced.
Yes.
There's a lot of detail into it.
You're right. The IOC is very strict about those rules and regulations. Okay, so I got to switch gears. We have about 30 seconds left. We've got a fun question for you. If you were really sent to Mars and could only take 3 things with you, what would you take?
I would take my phone. Obviously, I'm hoping there's signal. I would take moisturizer. I do think it's dry. And I would take McDonald's because that would be my last meal because I'm about to die if I'm going to Mars.
Yes, Mickey D's, baby.
Adam, it was so much fun having you on DBL today. Congrats on your Stars on Mars win. So great to see you. We'll be right back.
Oh,
Mazel
Thank you,
tov,
Adam.
Adam.